Lucky. Almost saw me in the nudies. Almost. But not quite. Oh, I got so much sleep last night. Oh, I left it in the car. On the head to make sure my head doesn't smell horrible. Welcome. Monica, hello. Whereabouts are you from, Monica? Oh, I've got 10 people in here thus far. Greetings, people, and welcome. Fencing HDH. What does your name stand for? Hello. Just quickly making myself some food for the day. So I am preparing. Alien, hello. Good boy. Good boy. Screw you. So I'm just preparing some food for throughout the day. Well, I'm going to split into 2 meals. Standing for good sport. Or HDH stands for good sport. So I'm going to be preparing around 40 grams of grana padano cheese, 500 grams of mint, and 20 eggs. Before I head off to work. Well, then I'm going to try and attempt my morning routine. Should I eat before I go? I don't know. Junior, hello. Welcome. that's a lot of egg. I forgot how many 20 eggs looks like. You have a nice deep voice. That doesn't sound creepy at all. Do you know what? Surprisingly, you're the first one that's commented on my voice in the last 6 days that I've been doing live streams. Usually it's something that pops up all the time on my comment section for just anything, but it hasn't been, and I'm for it. But yes, it's not a very usual one, I guess. A lot of eggs, 20 eggs. Their dragon. Germany is in the house. Greetings from Germany. Andy. Hello, Germany. I support Hitler. German too, apparently. You look like Bruce Lee. Andy, are you blind? What's wrong with your eyes? Because I certainly don't look like Bruce Lee. I look like Ra. But I definitely do not look like Bruce Lee. Alright, hold on. This is what 20 eggs looks like. Scramble that up. Start cooking. Hitler, yeah. Nah, bro, you already said that? Yeah. Hail Hitler. Look, he was doing the world justice. I'm pretty sure he would have tried to wipe out my entire ethnicity as well, but I support the reasoning why he was doing it. I'm all for it. We have character Mars. Yeah. Especially with what's going on nowadays, right? You think about it. Everybody's so sick, everybody's retarded, everyone's disabled. What he was trying to do was he was trying to stop that from happening. He was trying to make us stronger mentally, physically, and sound human race. Now look what's happened. So I'm all for it, for sure. For sure. He's trying to control the world by himself. Well, his main reasoning was because most people were dirty. Well, in his eyes, there were other ethnicities outside of the Aryans that he was still trying to keep around, like the Japanese, for example. He viewed them as honorary Aryans, the British, because they followed certain area practices. And so it's not like he was completely against everyone. Look, it was doing all of us a favor, alright? Including you guys. That was not the reason. That was part of the reason. If you don't know that, you have to look more. There was actually a lot of political leaders that wanted to side with him. It smells so good. I'm pretty sure even Churchill, there were also huge political leaders from back in that time that wanted to side with him. But anyway, it didn't happen. So here we are now. Diseased and sick-ridden human beings nowadays. Eugenics is the way to go. You shouldn't promote them. Yeah. Do what I want. Maybe you just need to learn more. It's going to take ages to cook. Ages. Ready? Damn, I should have. I probably should have waited a little bit longer. Oh well, hopefully it turns out okay. We'll see. Am I gonna drink some creatine on an empty stomach? I really don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I might have a little bit of egg and then I'll drink some. That might be okay. Alright people, anyway, where are you guys from? Besides Andy, if you're still here from Germany. What is the time where you are? Bottle. Hello. probably way too much, bro. Why are you doing that? That's right. That's why your ex-girlfriend was always trying to rip your head off. Women sometimes, they love to argue about the most ridiculous things. I mean, I get why she was doing it, but do you need to make it such a big deal? God, Ra, I thought you died. You thought I died? Why did you think that? I'm assuming that you must have been a part of my old follower base. How's the sting? You started a fire in your house. Yeah, right. That's hilarious. Where did you see that, though? I mean, I will probably end up dying in the future because I've lit myself on fire, but unfortunately for everyone else, not yet. You never left, okay? Yeah, unfortunately not yet. So I just started doing live streams on YouTube 5 or 6 days ago. And I've been doing them regularly every day since. So we're doing at least twice a day since then. Can't do live streams on TikTok, Instagram. I don't think people really do live streams on Instagram. People don't really do live streams on. Right. Have you not seen me pop up on Instagram because you unfollowed me? How dare you? Nah, I'd unfollow you too, because I'm boring as hell. But anyway, no, I haven't left social media. But social media doesn't really like, oh no, I suppose in a way it does push idiots, but idiots like me, they don't push idiots like me. Right, you gave social media a break? That's good. Social media is absolutely horrible. How long have you been following me on Instagram for? Or you don't follow me on Instagram, it just popped up on your feed when you were looking through. So I've been trying to, I guess, build a community on YouTube, which fortunately has been working. There's quite a few regulars that jump on and I chat to pretty much every single day, so I've probably only gained about 30 new followers since I've been doing live stream, which I guess is pretty good. And it's been steadily increasing over the last 5 days, so I mean the numbers on the live streams has been quicker than what my TikTok did back in the day, although I think TikTok would probably, it was easier to do, especially during lockdown. I used to watch your TikToks when you were cosplaying. Damn, yeah, that was a long time ago. I'm thinking about getting back into it. We'll see. We shall see, guys. I'll go big bowl. But I just, look, I want to just wear Baroque and recover Coco style clothing 24/7. That's all I want to wear. Dressing up, basically vampiric all day, every day. That's how I want to dress. It's just expensive to own those types of clothes. But God, they feel and look phenomenal. Everyone be like, oh my God, that's so many eggs. Yo, Real Dog, what's up? How did your fishing go with your kids? So yeah, to fund that, oh man, it's going to cost so much money. Yeah, how did your fishing go with your children? Blue Jade? What? Wait, where did the name Blue Jade even come from? Is there such a thing as Blue Jade? Or would it be called something else because it's a different color? And caught a few good-sized fish and lots of blue crab. Blue crab? Huh. Yo, I've seen blue lobster. I'm not a huge fan of lobster anyway, but I've seen some blue lobster that's posted online every now and again, and apparently it's like a 1 in a million or 2 million chance of catching blue lobster. God, they're beautiful, man. I don't know why, but they're so beautiful. But fishing, that's cool. I bet they taste good too. Do you reckon they'll taste any different to normal? I highly doubt it. When me and my brother were kids, and we made a name for ourselves. When we would play superheroes and just use the name when creating accounts online. That's cool. I suppose there's some sort of nostalgia attached with it. So how old are you now? When did you guys make up that name online? Or when did you guys make up those types of names for each other? What is your brother's name? Blue Jade was your superhero name? That's a hilarious superhero name. Just imagine if you were a superhero and you did have that name, and then you come down into a scenario and you introduce yourself because there's the villain there, and you're like, I'm Blue Jade. And then the villain's like, Blue Jade. But Jade's not blue. So you guys have this argument about your name and the technicalities behind it. Why would you name yourself Blue Jade? Oh, it was a game between my brother and I stuck with it ever since. Yeah, but you probably shouldn't because it's not correct. But then again, it could be. I have no idea. I just would think that stones would be named in accordance to the composition. $24 an hour is probably 6 at the time. Nice. Nice. What would be a superhero if you could only have one? I don't know. Those are questions, not usually questions that I would ponder. I'm sure with any superhero there would be some sort of repercussions that will occur, and possibly repercussions that you can't really think about unless you have those superpowers, or unless you're some sort of analyst and you actually break it down. I know there's a guy on YouTube that talks about how things may work out if you have a certain superpower, like super strength, for example. He talks in depth about having super strength as a superhero power, and his analysis is pretty funny. I just don't like the way he presents, so I don't watch all of his videos, but every now and again they would pop up and I would watch some for a little bit. Wait, superpower? Why'd you say that song? What would be yours? Think of the planet with his powers. Blue jade, red jade, yellow jade. Now I'm just curious to know if they call, just because it's a stone with a certain color and they have the same composition as a green jade, they're also called pink jades or blue jades or whatever. I'm curious now. You would be a speedster like Flash. Yeah, but you'd also have to have like super strength and super endurance. So for example, you wouldn't be able to run very far if you have the same stamina, because the amount of energy that you'd be exerting to even travel a short distance at really light speed would be immense. Like your body's muscles would probably rip apart and detach from its insertion points. That's what I mean. You have to have other things that would probably come with having a superpower, rather than just having one thing specifically. Like, yeah, I've got super speed, but I can't use it because if I do, then I'm just going to rip myself apart. You get what I mean? But then that would mean that you'd probably be super strong, for example, or you'd have super endurance that will also come with super speed. So it just depends on if you get other things that will also allow you to use those powers. I would want the ability to get stronger after every big fight, kind of like a Saiyan. But a Saiyan only really gets stronger when he's this far away from death. That makes real life sense, but not comic book sense. I know. I mean, it's probably much more interesting thinking about those parameters rather than just saying, oh yeah, I wish I had this and I wish I had that. Practical application in the real world, does that really apply? Probably not. And it also says the same about flying. I mean, you're going to have to constantly wear goggles or something to protect your eyes when you're flying, because if you don't, then you're going to be constantly getting teary eyes. There were some episodes in Dragon Ball Z where, what's her name, Adele, learns to fly for the first time, and she is like, oh my god, I can't see, because she's constantly crying. So that would be a factor with flying. But also, you can't really see anything. You can't fly too high because it would be too cold. So you'd have to be wearing like winter clothes all the time you're flying. And then there'll be other obstacles in the way. Say if a bird's flying towards you and don't see one, you could potentially fly into a bird and it might split your head open. Who knows? Like Dragon Ball Z, yeah, the Saiyan blood. You just want to be a Saiyan. We all wanted to be Saiyans growing up. It could be an amazing We're just party pooper. Do I usually think that way? No, I don't usually think that way. I just think it makes for a more interesting argument, I guess. Or at least it makes more interest within the subject. You know what I mean? Like, you can come up with that question. You can come up with that question and we can just say, we want this or we want that, and then leave it at that. Or, I guess you could extend it a little bit further and make more sense about it in the real world, and it creates more of an interesting discussion. But then again, maybe that's just my own opinion. Turning mundane subjects more interesting to want to engage with, rather than me not really being interested in the subject and being like, flying. Mind reading, for example, might be really good, but then again, can you turn it off? If you can turn it off, then great. Would it change the size of your head? Would you be like Megamind? I don't know. Are those old man pills? I'm gonna kill myself because of you. No. This is beef liver, organic beef spleen, and organic bone marrow. So I'm eating carnivore at the moment, and I'm taking organ meats or organ supplements. Organ supplements because I may not be getting vitamin C out of the muscle tissue that I'm consuming. So the best way to do it is through through organs. Niacinamide tablet, great for skin repair, etc., etc. Are you trying to bulk? No, not really. Creatine monohydrate. So roughly around 12 or so grams I'm going to chuck in here. Can't wait to bring the dosage down, man. I'm over trying to drink 25 grams or so a day. And just 1.5 teaspoons. So we've got 3 teaspoons of monohydrate creatine. I just need to portion that out for a little bit later on. Pretty sure this is it. Yeah. I'm actually allergic to creatine. Oh. So does that mean that you're allergic to red meat because you get creatine production from red meat? The body naturally creates it anyway. Your system won't work properly if you don't have creatine, so it's an essential thing that the body does create. Do you mean synthetic forms of creatine? What kind of reactions do you have when you consume creatine? So I'm going to line my stomach with a little bit of the eggs that I just made there. The energy drinks that give you hives? Okay, this is not an energy drink. This is just 100% pharmaceutical grade creatine monohydrate. It could be other things that are within the energy drinks that you're consuming that may be causing an allergic reaction, unless you're actually allergic to creatine. But then that would mean that you might be allergic to red meat, right? Are you? Damn, that tastes good. So I didn't put salt in my eggs. I put electrolytes in my eggs. So I basically just sprinkled calcium, magnesium, zinc, potassium, and sodium in my eggs. Get all those essential electrolytes. Damn, that's good. Have I ever thought about doing health videos? Well, my social media consisted of everything. So there were some health stuff on there. Not to the certain degree that I talk about on live streams, I guess. Maybe I'll consider it. Do you think it'd be something that people would be interested in? I just don't know if it'd be washed out from all the other information that's around. You reckon? Maybe I'll consider it. But my socials in the past had literally everything. So, for the next 2 meals that I have today, I'm going to be consuming roughly 470 grams of lamb patties and 20 eggs. Now, I probably ate about 2 or 3 eggs just then, so 17 eggs per se. I'm also going to cut up some grana padano cheese. 40 grams of that. Pack that up. And then I'll start getting ready for work. Doesn't have to be 40 grams exactly. 50 grams! Screw it, we got 50 gram cheese. Bam! So I was dairy and gluten free for about 8 years, and then I just recently started getting back into eating gluten because I am a gluttonous pig. And it was tasting amazing, and then I just couldn't stop myself from eating 24/7. It was real bad for about a couple of months. But now that I'm slightly roping my head in, getting back on a carnivore diet, it feels nice because I'm gaining somewhat control and discipline. And then naturally that means that you want to get into the gym and start working out a bit, so that will be a progression. God damn, it's getting hot. Look at my old man body. my non-athletic body. Give me a few weeks and I'll look like I actually do stuff physically. Bro, it's so hot right now. Just because this is hot. How old am I? 35. Almost 36. I am minimum 11 years older than you. Oh, you're putrid. You're so old. I know. Trust me. I know. Do I like the fact that I'm this age? Hell no. But what am I going to do about it? I can't reverse time, can I? Oh, maybe that's a superpower. Maybe that's a superpower I'd be into. Being able to control time. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Okay, so icing face. Wait, Blue Jade, whereabouts do you live? Oh, crap. Let me brush my teeth real quick, actually. Well, time travel or stop time? No, time travel. Time travel, not very good. What does your picture look familiar? You'll use a picture. Your real dog, are you still around or did you roll? How rude. Didn't even say goodbye. I think I spoke to you on Snapchat once. Did you? What did you say? What did we talk about? Did you send me nudes like everybody else? Are you still here? Oh my God, it's so hot. Not because you're pretty, but because I'm like not going to meet you. So you've been around for a long time. Well, you did say you've been around since the cosplay stuff, so that does mean before I got cancelled. So do people smoke where I'm from? Like as in weed? Yeah, people smoke weed everywhere. I mean, it's not widely used, I guess, but yeah, I suppose so. Seven Jade, you must have been like 19 or 18 at the time then, eh? What kind of cosplay stuff were you into that I was doing? The vampire stuff. Funny enough, someone ended up commenting on my, literally, yeah. Somebody ended up commenting on my TikTok earlier on today because all that trolling that I was doing back then was on my secondary TikTok, to which I still have, but she commented and said that I look like a vampire. There's a vampire guy that apparently his name is Jack Townsend. So I looked him up and I'm like, man, that dude looks and sounds like a faggot. I don't want people looking at me and thinking that I remind them of him. So maybe I might have to dedicate more time to it and then get my name up in the vampire community. And the skits you did, which ones though? Oh, are you talking about the ones that I did collabs with other people? Surprisingly, I still have those in my feed. I forgot that I did all that. And then I was looking back on things and I was like, oh crap, that's right. I was doing them with Loz. I think that was her name. I did some with a chick named Inca, another cosplayer, because people wanted me to do Torah stuff, so I did a couple videos with her. Annika Marius, what? No what? What are we saying no to? Harry Potter. Did I do Harry Potter ones? I don't remember doing any Harry Potter ones. What did I do in the Harry Potter ones? I mean, I dressed in my house robe sometimes. You had a robe? Yeah. Oh, was that the one where I was talking and I was like, do. God, I did so many random things, didn't I? Like I didn't follow a path at all. Mine wasn't a niche. Mine wasn't a niche profile. It literally had anything and everything that I just enjoyed, so. So that's hilarious that you're bringing it up now. Okay, so iced face, cleansed face, retinoid cream on. Wait for that to dry. I mean, I've still got out my house robes, obviously. I wear it from time to time. The last time I wore it was to a house party. Because everyone wanted to watch a movie, so I just rock up in my robe. Everyone's like, oh my God, Ryan, you're always so random. Well, yeah, why not? Well, you would have been around when I shaved my hair off too, eh? What did you think about me shaving my hair off? Because obviously a lot of people loved my TikToks because I used to do hair stuff. And then when I finally shaved my hair off, everyone was like, oh my God, why did you do that for? Because I was sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it still, even though it's growing back. You glad I achieved my goal? Wait, what was my goal? My goal was to stop getting attention from people and people constantly yanking my hair all the time when I was just walking around out in public. That's what used to piss me off more. Hyaluronic acid? Didn't you want to donate it? Yeah, but then my donation page got cancelled because of the whole cancel thing. So I couldn't. I still have it. I still have that here. Alright, hyaluronic acid on. I've got no product in my hair today because I'm letting my hair breathe, letting my scalp breathe. Where's some pants? These pants. No, I don't need those pants. I'll go those pants. Those pants, these socks, this top, and everything else is at work. So yes, you are correct. I did want to donate it, but I couldn't. So I just shaved it off and stuck it in a bag and left it at there. Are you going to cut your hair again? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've only been growing it again for the last couple of years. What I'm going to do with it, I'm not quite sure. But it is good to have because it's teaching people how to take care of their curls, so there is that. So we'll see. I want to get it really long again. I feel like the reason why I was growing it again was because ancestrally, they were like, bro, you need to start growing your hair again. All right. Whereabouts are you from, by the way? I don't think you answered. So anyway, I applied some hyaluronic acid. Good for pumping up the skin. The retinoid cream is good for repairing the skin. And now I've got some beef tallow moisturizing cream for hydrating the skin and creating a skin barrier. A barrier to protect your skin from the environment. Grew up in Jamaica, but you live in New York. Nice. When did you move to New York? What's the time over there? Jamaica. Man, I know that I was a huge deal over in the Caribbeans. Couldn't believe it. Apparently I was massive over there. When you were 20? Wow. Guasha. Let's do this real quick. 3 p.m., that's a good time. Are you working? You're about 14 hours behind me. 13 to 14 hours. A witness, a waitress, a witness. Cool. And how's the income making opportunities over there? Do you mostly make money off tips? Tips is such a weird concept. I'd imagine that you'd be given pretty good service. You seem like a somewhat positive and interactive person. $100% off tips? That's insane. On a bad day, $90 for an 8-hour shift. That's mental, man. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing, living on a system like that. That's actually insane. Alright, I've got to go. I'm not too sure if you guys were a part of the live streams and how I used to end my live streams, but how I used to end my live streams, as I would say, good afternoon, good morning, and good night. That's how I would end all of my live streams, but I would only say the first 2 lines and then you guys finish off the rest for me by saying and good night. So what I'll do is I'll count you guys down, right? I'll count you down and then I need you to help me out with the ending. So let's do that, even though it's probably just only you because I need to get my ass to work. I'm going to count you down in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. Good evening. And good night, Blue Jade. I appreciate the participation. I appreciate you being on and everybody else that is on. I will be on later on today, although it will probably be late over in America. But surprisingly, Americans are still on when I'm on in the afternoon. So enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your night, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.